over half of this season completed, Greg. What are you most interested in seeing moving forward?
I'm looking at which teams are going to make that playoff push, right? And which teams are content with slipping into the lottery. A lot will be determined over the next few weeks.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizachet. Johnson and Okongwu man the post positions. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point. Now, here's Okongwu. Pass to Daniels. 5 to shoot. Okongwu finds Rizachet. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Edgecombe. He's covered by Daniels. For three, Oubre. Another three for Philadelphia.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
Pass to Okongwu. Three-pointer. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
And that one's good. Maxi's got 5 points so far.
That's a great way to start. 3 for 3.
And last season, Tim, Paul Millsap retired. He was an all-star in each of his 4 years in Atlanta.
Well, he helped guide the Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals back in 2015. That team overachieved through chemistry, and this group hopes to do the same thing.
Now, here's Maxey. Last game we saw him score 32. Shoots over Rizachet. Maxey, no good.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Shot's good by Alexander Walker.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Here's Barlow. Last game he had 13. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. That's good, and it's Embiid with the assist. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You take a look at the 76ers. They're trying to get in the playoffs here. If they stay the course, they will. And, of course, the Hawks down 4 spots from them.
Right now for Philadelphia, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Well, this is kind of where we expected them to be. They're a very good team, maybe even great, but they are still one level below the very top.
Rizachet has done a lot to quiet the doubters after being the #1 overall pick in 2024.
Well, in a draft without a lot of star power at the top, the Hawks took the kind of prototype wing you can't have too many of, and he has made good on that pick.
Another young rising player in this league who's learning as he goes along is Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, he continues to get more responsibility on his plate, and I think as he starts to embrace that leadership role a little bit more and become more vocal, I think then you're going to start to see Philly really do some great things.
Yeah, maturing before our eyes. And he knocks down the first one.
And I think what people love the most about Tyrese Maxey is the enthusiasm he plays with. He always seems to be smiling and having fun out there.
And the 76ers making a change here. Drummond's checked in. And he makes both free throws. And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hey, the Sixers are trying to pull it all together. Joel Embiid said, we still can compete for a championship, but this is going to take time. We have a lot of talent, but we still have to go out and actually do it. It's just hard. We've got a pretty good chance to accomplish something. Back over to you guys.
It's all about health. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. So it's the Hawks now. After the miss from Tyrese Maxey. Reza Shea in the corner. Over Oubre. They grab their own miss. And Okongwu slams it in.
Oh, a big man with a big finish.
Pass to Edgecombe. And here is Drummond. Now, here's Maxey. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Alexander Walker finds Johnson. Here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Maxey. Okongwu with the screen for Daniels. And he's off on his first shot of the game. Pass to Maxey. Fires the three. Another miss by Maxey. Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for Philadelphia. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come back right after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
They've got Edwards. Quentin Grimes out there with Lowry. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Watford in at the 4. That's the group on the 4 for Philadelphia. So, Tim, when you look at the current landscape of the NBA, the talent level seems to be at an all-time high.
Well, Kevin, there are more high-level shot makers in this league than ever before as guys continue to add shooting range and creativity with their handle.
And they got to be always evolving, right? I mean, you cannot rest on what you've done.
Well, the league now emphasizes high-level shot making more than they ever have. And in the era of the three-point shot in particular, it's crucial that you add that to your game.
Absolutely. Now Hield. After the missed three from Joel Embiid, Hield the pass to McCollum. Misses the three.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Watford. Here's Lowry. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Shot by Grimes. No good. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. It's a three-point game. Hield kicks to McCollum. The Hawks again can't hit.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Edwards dishes to Lowry. Embiid with the screen on McCollum. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Hawks trail by 3. Kispert finds Hield. McCollum outside. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Hield can't hit. The 76ers leading by 3. Outside Lowry. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Great open look there.
Well, Embiid is laser focused. The way he shoots the ball is unreal for a 7-footer.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Hey fans, make your attention to center court for your Sixers ENT. Make some noise, everybody.
The 76ers will go for a different look here. Arlo's checked in. Oubre comes in for Edwards. Edgecombe, he's checked in for Quentin Grimes. And Maxey subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Three minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Outside Daniel. Now Reza Shea. Now scoring in this one. Okongwu is now starting, Tim, and coming off the bench his first handful of seasons. I think got him ready for this role he's in right now.
He has been a good defender from day one, but his offensive game now starting to show some growth. He's stretching his shooting range, and he is showing you some growth as a playmaker as well.
And the first one drops. And Philadelphia making a change here. Drummond's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. So it's Philadelphia now. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans. It's game one of a 3-game road trip. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. So, Tim, let me put you in a different hat here. If you're running an NBA franchise, would you rather build around a guard, a wing, or a big man in today's NBA?
I think I'd go with the wing with size, a guy that can create his own offense and for which there is no great defensive matchup. Those guys, to me, are the ones that can help lead you to the promised land.
Well, that sounds like a good blueprint. And the 76ers making a change here. Bona's checked in. And he sinks the second. 1:46 left now here in the second. Pass to Reza Shea. Up top, Okongwu. Okongwu with the screen for Johnson. Good on the three-point shot. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night.
And we've seen Johnson become more confident with his outside shot. Now the next step for him, let's become more consistent.
Oubre, left side. Shot clock at 6. Rebound by the Hawks.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
And it's blocked. Pass to Maxey. Edgecombe with the screen for Maxey. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Okongwu with a screen on Oubre. Here's Alexander Walker. Hits the close-range jumper. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 1 now for the Hawks. Now, here's Maxey. Defended by Alexander Walker. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers lead by 1. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Joel, some fireworks early. What's going to be critical to keeping it rolling?
Just keep moving the ball, get stops, and I think the kids just moving the ball, playing together. We've been doing that, and we got some hot guys, and we got to keep feeding them.
Ball movement is key, guys.
Thank you, Allie, for that. And folks, we'll be back with you after this short halftime break. So don't go away.
Hey folks, welcome. The Atlanta Hawks find themselves here in a close one at the half.
Chucking up all those threes is clearly not working for them. They need to balance their attack.
Yeah, you want to put your players in a position to succeed, and I don't see that in the first half.
And let's move on to the Eastern Conference standings. The true contenders are beginning to stand out.
I think for Atlanta, I guess they're playing decent, remaining somewhat competitive. Just feel like this team is stuck right now, unable to get to the next level, searching for the answers.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we're seeing from Tyrese Maxey.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
The Hawks trail. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizachet. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point guard. Hands it from downtown.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Kevin. Joel Embiid over the years has had some tough luck with injuries. He said, I've broken my face twice. I came back early with the risk of losing my vision, broken fingers. I still came back. I wish I was as lucky as others, but that doesn't mean I'm not trying to do whatever it takes to be out there. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Allie. So it's Philadelphia now, after the basket by Atlanta. Here's Maxey. Okongwu grabs the board.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Well, that was a great challenge at the rim and a difficult adjustment to make.
Now, here's Maxey. He's got 13. Pass to Embiid. Lets it go with the 3. Good on the triple. Embiid's got 5.
That's great range. Joel Embiid has never been afraid to shoot the 3 if it's given to him.
Back to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. As now we'll give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last several months for Quentin Grimes.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustment.
Embiid wide open. Rebounded by the Hawks.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And you talk about physical dominance combined with skill. Tim, at his peak, where does Joel Embiid rank?
Well, Kevin, I'm not sure we've ever seen a 7-footer with this combination of power and three-point shooting touch. Injuries really are the only thing that have slowed him down.
The Hawks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Johnson. Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective.
And that's what we're used to him doing, but he really just hasn't had that typical impact offensively. If they keep getting him touches, this game won't be tied for long.
Here's Alexander Walker. He's got 12. A beautiful reverse layup. Alexander Walker's got the lead. Back up to 2 now for Atlanta. Here's Embiid. In close, Embiid gets it to fall.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
Outside Daniels. Pass to Johnson. Now, Alexander Walker. Okongwu a screen. To the inside. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Here's Barlow, still without a basket. And that one's good, Maxey.
Yeah, Maxey putting all of this on full display. When he's hot like this, he's going to keep getting the ball.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. You have to like what we're seeing from Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah, whatever they're doing against them right now, it's not working. You're going to have to mix things up, maybe be a little less predictable.
For the Hawks, Jock Landale comes in for Okongwu. And Corey Kispert subbed in for Johnson. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Back to Kispert. Rizachet with it. Scoreless thus far. Here's Edgecombe. Pass to Oubre. And here is Drummond. Now Edgecombe. Off target from three-point range.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Landale. Now here's Kispert. Covered by Oubre. Goes up on the wing. Kept alive by Atlanta. Daniels kicks to Kispert. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Kispert's got the lead up to 2 now for the Hawks. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Maxey. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Maxey's got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And we'll be back right after this. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Philadelphia has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots, 6 of 13. Payne out there with Quentin Grimes. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Edwards. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Hield kicks to McCollum. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Pass to Gay. Shot clock at 5. Off target from outside.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Outside Edwards. Here's Embiid with force. Embiid takes it to him.
Yeah, Embiid right at the rim. That looked easy.
Here's Gay. That's in. Coming off the assist from McCollum.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
To the paint. And Embiid throws it down.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping.
And here is Hield. McCollum outside. Johnson outside. Oh, good with the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
They set the pick. Here's Payne. Takes it off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 4.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Now here's McCollum. Launches it. Lays it in off the window.
Good decision-making that time by McCollum. He took advantage when that pick and roll opened up.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Arlo's checked in. Oubre comes in for Edwards. Edgecombe, he's checked in for Quentin Grimes. And Maxey's subbed in for Payne. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. Coach wasn't very animated in this tight game, but asked this of his team: how bad do you want it? Right now, this is all about who wants it more. So go out there and take it, guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Embiid! Not gonna go. Atlanta's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Okongwu. Now Reza Shea to take the lead with the tip. Oh, sticks the putback.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Embiid. Not that time. It won't go. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Atlanta Hawks. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Johnson with a screen on Oubre. Embiid there for the rebound.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
1:19 left in the fourth quarter. Let's lose a 3. Okongwu pulls it down. Hawks have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Here's Reza Shea, covered by Oubre. To take the lead, and it misses. What an opportunity here.
Yeah, chance to take the lead. This is huge.
Now Maxey. Now Embiid. Off the glass.
The nerves on this guy.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
Yeah, and looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
Here's Reza Shea, covered by Oubre.
Coming up big. What poise from Reza Shea on that clutch bucket.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared.
Hey fans, bring your attention at center court for your Sixers ENT. Make some noise, everybody.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Embiid against Okongwu. Oubre fires. The 3 is off. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Crucial possession with time ticking down.
Yeah, an opportunity to take the lead on this possession.
Rizaje with it. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. So Atlanta will get the first possession. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Then there's Kelly Oubre. Then there's Embiid, and it's Barlow in at the 4-man position. Outside Embiid. Here's Edgecombe. And here's Embiid. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Embiid hitting the boards hard.
Embiid is owning the offensive glass right now, using his size to dominate inside.
Okongwu with a screen on Oubre. And one action in this one. We're about 1 minute into overtime. And it's Maxey with the ball for the 76ers. Now Embiid. And it's sent back by Okongwu. Oubre with the rebound. 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the floor since the start of overtime. Here's Maxey. And the 3 misses.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
As he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
Looking like your classic wing. Zachary Richache is 6'8", long, and can hit threes. A real modern swingman.
And he does get the second one. And that gives them the lead.
Well, his job there was to get them the lead, and he did that.
Here's Embiid. Oubre buries the deep ball.
Doing what he does, drawing the defense in, and then Embiid kicking it out for the three-pointer.
Around 2 minutes into overtime now. It's been a good one. Embiid with the rebound. 76ers have gone 2 of 5 on shot attempts since the end of regulation. Now Maxey. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Shea. Okongwu with the screen for Reza Shea. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
Now Embiid. Pocket pass to the paint, and he punches it home.
Give them credit. They worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
I think the key here is to be careful about playing it too safely. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Atlanta calls timeout. There's 21 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Score, then hope for some missed free throws or a turnover at the other end.
Well, at this point, everything has to go your way to extend this game.
Here's Reza Shea, covered by Oubre. No good. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
At the line for your sixth.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
That's off, and an intentional foul right there.
Daniel, first personal foul. Third team foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have